Hey, this is Janetta. Ooh, yeah. And we're in a place called Butter and Scotch. Ooh, that's a sexy name. But hey, it's not about that. Hey, ladies, I got two gentlemen here today, and they're going to share ideas with the world, not just with ladies, but with the world about what it's like for them here in Tanzania. What are some of their hopes? What are some of their dreams? What things are going on? It is that we're just going to share with them and find out about them because you do want to know about what's going on here in Tanzania from people that live here in Tanzania, not just from me. So we're going to get started today. We're going to talk about several things. So just hang on your hat and come on. But make sure if you look at this video that you let me know you like it, subscribe, complain, or comment. Yeah. And make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like it. Make sure you comment. What's that fourth one? I don't know. But anyway, we're going to get started. All right, and this is Frank sitting over here to my right.
Yes.
And then over across to my left is Kelvin. I like that name, Kelvin.
Kelvin.
Okay. Now, Frank, tell me, give the audience your name, and please put your African name in there too.
My African name.
Yeah, tell me your whole name.
Okay, no worries. I go by the name of Frank Shabani Athumani.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, born in Arusha, raised in Arusha.
You were born in Arusha
And raised in Arusha. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yes. And so that means you went to school here? And
Yes, I went to school here, primary, secondary, and high school.
High school.
College here.
Okay.
Yes.
So, and then what about you, Kelvin?
Yes, the same.
The same.
Yes.
I don't hear the same. You don't have the same name. And same. Don't give me the same. Say something.
Okay, my name is Kelvin.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Kelvin Magia. Yes.
See, Kelvin, say it again.
I'm Kelvin Magia.
Magia.
Yes, Magia. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yes, Kelvin. I was thinking, you're not from Moshi area, are you?
No.
No, you're from another area, but
Yes.
Magia, because everybody here is named Moshi. Kelvin, the guy I got you mixed up was named Kelvin Moshi.
Oh,
Yeah, that's who I got you mixed up with. But
Kelvin Moshi.
Frank, did you tell us your last name?
Yeah, I did. Frank Shabani Athumani.
You said it so fast. Say it again.
Athumani. Frank Shabani Athumani.
Okay.
Yes.
Athumani?
Athumani.
Spell that for me.
Athumani.
Athumani.
Yes, Athumani.
Athumani. That's beautiful. Well, you know what? Because African names to me are just so beautiful and so lovely, and to have changed them to Jerry, Mary, Carrie, Frank.
From Franklin to Frank.
So let's talk about you. You say you were born here,
Yes.
and you were raised. About how old are you right now?
31 years old.
You're 31 years old.
Yes.
And you're living right here in Arusha, or are you living in
No, I live in Arusha, a place called Sakina.
Sakina?
Yes.
Yeah, I know Sakina. That area is close to the city, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Now tell us a little bit something about your business. You say that you work for the pharmacy, right?
Yes, I did work for the pharmacy.
Okay. What kind of work do you do for the pharmacy?
From pharmacy, the biggest work that I used to do there is to just treat the cats, treat the dogs, treat the cows whenever needed. Yes.
And you said used to. Then are you unemployed right now?
Yeah, right now I'm unemployed because I'm looking for another direction, looking for another way.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're
way
looking
out.
for another way.
Yes.
I'm looking for another way. And you mentioned something to me about tourism.
Yes, about tourism. So I was just looking on the side of tourism because this here in Tanzania, also here in Arusha. This is the last, I would say, the last leg that we have when it comes to hustling or job opportunities. So the only place targeted we can get is tourism. That's the only place that we can for now look into, because that's the only easiest way for us to go through with life. It's tourism.
It's tourism.
Yeah, tourism, because tourism is divided in a lot of categories. There's guides, there's hotels.
So you don't with tourism. So you don't have any industry here.
At the moment, I don't have any industry here that I'm working for, but I'm now studying. Yeah, so I looked another way. So I'm now studying to get into I want to do tour operation. Like I want to be a tour operator. That's what I'm looking for. You know.
Okay,
Yes.
so tour operator.
Yes.
Yes. That. And what about you, Calvin?
Yes.
Tell us more about yourself. What are you doing? I met you as a veterinarian. You did some veterinarian work.
Yes.
Are you still doing that?
No.
You decided to stop it.
Yes, we stopped it because the payment was not enough, so we dropped out.
Yeah, the payment was not enough, so you
Yes.
dropped out.
Yes.
Yes, it was very hard because farmers sometimes they have animals or things, but they don't have the money to get them whatever they need done toward them,
Yes, of course.
and they don't have any government supplement program that helps them out.
Yes,
Yes or no? They don't.
they don't.
Okay. Whenever I ask a Tanzanian a question, I'm waiting for them to say no. They don't. They just say yes.
They do.
Oh, yes, they do.
And I don't know what it means. Yes, they do, or yes, they don't. Yeah, it's kind of hard to describe. So, what are you thinking about doing? Are you thinking about the same thing?
No, now I'm thinking about raising. I'm struggling to raise in a capital. Yes, to do my own business, or if I can get a job. As my friends say that we are focusing even in tourism. We want to get in tourist. Yes, we want to get ourselves in tourism. So, as you know, here in Tanzania, it's very hard to get job. Doesn't matter when you are educated or you're not educated.
It doesn't make any difference, does it?
Yeah, it doesn't make any
It
difference.
really doesn't. The opportunities are just not here. So what do you think is some of the solutions to the problem of unemployment around here, or opportunities? What would you suggest if you were in the helm of running things and you could do something about it?
The thing is, I would say one thing. With us right now, the government is doing its best. First of all, the government is doing its best in opening job opportunities when it comes to tourism. And on the other side, because of most people not being unemployed, I would say it's because of the education too that we have. And the opportunities we have in Africa and opportunities in Europe, it's different, because what we see from other countries is most of the government, they can...
But why? Why is it?
I think it's the main reason as to why everything is going sideways is because of our education and how things were raised.
Well, you're more educated than a whole bunch of people I've been around in other countries.
And I would say with me,
let's just say Costa Rica. Let's just say Costa Rica example. I have met far more people here that have actually finished high school and they're going to college, and have sought a higher education here. But I've met a lot of people that have higher education that have no job opportunities.
Here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm working with a young man now and helping him, and is very, and he has 4 years of college. And he has, the opportunities are just very slim.
Yeah.
Then I'm working with some others that have gone to very different vocational training, and the jobs are just not here.
Most of the people that you see.
Yeah, when I ask somebody about something, they say tourism. But let me ask you a question about tourism. And maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. From what I have seen here in Tanzania, tourism, things that happen politically, can make tourism up or can it bring it down? So that's not, and there's so many people that have met in tourism. So what makes you think that tourism will be your answer to your prayers for attaining higher standards?
The thing
or
is,
sufficient?
No, the thing is, with us, why we say tourism is because of one thing. Most of us here cannot afford to be doctors. That's the first thing. Most people want to be pilots. They cannot afford being pilots. Most of people, maybe they just want to be big accountants. They cannot afford that because of the struggles that we have here and how life just is. There are things that we cannot change them. There are things that we just met out there, and there are things that has to be changed by the government and not us. And why people go to tourism, because that's the only thing that doesn't consider you having maybe too much of education. That's why most people.
And that's why it's so crowded.
Yes, that's why it's really crowded.
And that's why I meet so many people that are not working. Do you know how many people I've met that are not really working in tourism.
Thousands.
You know, and 1 or 2 tour trips a year is not enough to sustain.
Yeah, and that's why people need to look. They need to look outside the box too. Like when it comes to farm, people can at least if you're working in tourism, at least save your money and look for other ways like farms. You know, you can invest in farms, onions. There's a lot of other opportunities that we can invest to. But the thing is, people still don't have that education on it. Like the government has to go through or go around and provide this kind of education so that people cannot depend on only one thing.
Well, what do you think about farming?
About farming, it's a good thing, but about farming, it needs a bit of education in it too. But farming is one of the best, I would say. It's one of the best jobs if you have the right people with you. Farming is
Yeah,
the
because
best
I
job.
had 10. I think I had 10 cows. I bought 10 cows year before last, and you looked at them. I think you gave them shots. That's how I got your name, Kelvin. You know a guy named Langway Limbo? Langway. He's up in Monduli.
Imandudi?
He's up in Monduli, and his animals had hoof and mouth disease. And I talked to you before. You remember I talked to you before?
Was it a year ago?
A year ago?
Yeah.
I think that was a year ago. That name rings bell in my mind.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
I talked to you. In fact, I had someone else to come up and supposedly talk to you, and we were going to get together. But I had talked to you because before this time, the reason why I had your name is because I sent you some money for the animals that you had treated. Okay? They bought the animals that you had treated, and they had said the animals had hoof disease
It's called POF, you know. There's a Swahili name to that, you know. The
I don't know the Swahili
he knows
name.
the Swahili name. Just
Yeah.
similar to what you just said.
Well, I know you saw a lot of animals, but you know, these people live, they live in oil from the town of Monduli. They live not too far from the town of Monduli. They live up that way because Monduli is a pretty big area.
Yep.
So this way they live, and this guy has, his brother's name is Coney. Coney, he was the one taking care of the cows. But as far as I know, their last name is Nemo. Well, anyway, I bought 10 cows. I bought 10 cows about 2 years ago. And they had, at that time, you remember when there was the cows, because of the drought, the farmers were selling their cows off. So I bought those 10 cows, and then they took care of them and everything. But I've gotten so many different stories, lies, really. I don't, but I've experienced being in a cow business, and to start off, if you get a good price, and now they're selling it they're going to start selling the cows by the kilo. Instead of by just a cow, this cow is this price, that cow is that price. They're going to start selling cows by the weight.
Oh yeah, yep, that's true.
And that'll be good, but it's going to raise meat prices.
Speaking about meat prices, the prices has gone high already.
It's going high?
Yes, it's gone high already. So we're already there.
Oh, I hadn't noticed it because I bought some meat. It's about the same to me.
No, it's not the same now. How much is a kilo right now?
No.
Is it 9,000, I think, or 10,000?
Yeah, and you must have bought it when it's cheaper. It's always been 9,000 or 10,000.
No, but we used to buy. Was it 7,000? I think 7,000.
Even 6,000.
6,500.
6,000, yeah.
Now it's 9,500, 10,000.
9,000 or 10,000. Yeah, it's still some of the cheapest meat prices in the world.
Yes, cheap.
2.5
No,
pounds.
it's not cheap.
Well,
It's not cheap.
it's
No,
cheap compared to
I would
other
say-
countries.
I would say yes, it's cheap compared to other countries because
Yeah,
I
other
had a friend,
countries.
I had a friend from Denmark, and he said that
Denmark
in,
is-
in Denmark,
it's
meat is expensive, very very expensive.
very expensive.
compared
But
to here. So you're right on that.
yeah, Denmark is expensive. But what's needed here is that, like, we need people like Kelvin is talking. He's looking at being an entrepreneur. Kelvin, what are some of your specialties in? You might not have the bachelor's degree or but what are some of your specialties? What are some of your talents that you have?
On my behalf, I have experience in some business. I already have done onion business.
What business was that again?
Onion business.
Onion.
Yes, onion. Yes, I already done onion business, fish business, but I've done it before I get employed. So, and I have tried my best, but it didn't work out.
It didn't. The onion business and the fish business didn't work out.
Yes, because of the capital, I think so.
Oh, because the capital you
yes,
need.
the capital, yes.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. Well, when you're talking about onion business or fish business, because we're talking to people that might want to come here and pursue a business.
yes.
And so they might be looking for somebody that knows the terrain, knows the businesses around you, knows how to operate, and knows something about it. We might be, some people might see it. They're looking at a chicken farm or goat farm or a cow farm or whatever. And it's always good to know people that know something about agriculture
Yes.
that could. Now, you said you did go to some college.
Yes.
Okay.
I
What was your study?
Bachelor degree, University of Agriculture, Sokoine.
Oh, you went to the University of Agriculture.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So I have some of experience in agriculture and farm.
Uh-huh.
Yes. So that's why when I completed my college, I was making sure to trying some business. That is why I get into onion business, fish business. Yes.
Okay. Now, do you have any land?
No, I don't have any land.
Okay. Well, you say that like, no, I don't, because I've met quite a few people here that have land from their grandfathers.
From my grandfather.
Yeah.
No.
But you're not in your hometown territory.
Yes, I'm not in my hometown.
Yeah.
territory.
See, you might do, because you're not where your grandparents were.
Yes.
Okay. So that makes a difference.
Yes.
Yeah. And so the same way with you, you're not in your home territory.
Not home territory. That's why no land for us.
No land for you.
No land for
Let's
us.
say that. No land for you here.
Yes. There's no land.
Yeah.
No land for me too at home.
Yes.
It was,
Because my grandfather, my grandmother still they need their land. So you know.
Oh, they need their land.
Yes.
there's a lot of grandsons.
They're good. Lot of grandsons.
They cannot be fighting for 5 acres while there's more than 30 of them.
That can be a problem, can it?
Yeah, that's a big problem.
Yeah. So where were you doing your fish? Where were you raising the fish?
I was act like a middleman.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I was going to Tanga, take fish and bring them here in Arusha.
Oh, so you weren't raising the fish.
Yes, I was going there to take, and then I was like a middleman.
Okay. Now, were you okay, the person that you were taking the fish from, were they raising the fish or were they just catching the fish?
They catching the fish.
Oh, okay.
So I was going to buy there
Uh-huh.
and come to sell.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand what you're saying now.
Yes.
I understand.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I was middleman.
Yeah, so you were the middleman
Yes.
for transport. So you had to
Yes,
transfer
yes.
them. Were you getting them from Lake Manyara?
No, I was getting there to Tanga. Yes, Kilwa.
Uh-huh.
Yes,
So
yes.
you were getting not the lake fish. You were getting the
Yes.
ocean fish
Yes, ocean fish.
and bringing it back.
Yes.
Yeah, because that can be quite lucrative. But then also you got transportation. and all those kind of things, and it makes it very, very difficult.
Yeah.
So how many years at college did you do?
3 years.
3 years.
Yes.
So you didn't get it, you just got a 3-year certificate, or you got a, and was your main field agriculture?
Yes, main field is agriculture.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Your main field agriculture.
Yes.
And you just never know. So when you talk up, you know, one thing about it is that you never know who's going to look at a video. You really never know who's going to look at a video.
Yes.
And one of the things that I would like to do is to let people know there are people here with skills and ability, but they just don't have, there's the opportunities are not here
Yes.
as they should be, because Tanzania is a very, very rich country. Very rich country. I traveled all around. I saw the gold and the diamonds and all these minerals and everything. So they don't have those kind of things in Omaha, Nebraska. But we got cows that's in the United States. We got cows in Omaha, Nebraska, but we don't have the gold and the diamonds, especially diamonds and things like that. And as I rode near where you live, where you're from, Gorangoria, and where you live, they had a whole bunch of gold and diamonds on the way up
Yes.
and back. Okay. So it's hard to realize that why unemployment, when there should be such a big industry here, for if not anything else, for that in its side, because we have a need for all kinds of industries. Because here, if you had it a capability, you would actually have a truck that had a refrigerated truck that where you could take fish all around,
Yes.
and that would be quite lucrative because we're so far here in Arusha from the ocean,
Yes. Yes.
and also from the rivers where they really get the fish from here, Lake Manyara and also Tanga.
Yes.
We're a long ways away, and that's what makes the fish prices so high
Yes.
here.
Yes. Yes. That's true.
Yeah,
Yes.
they make them fish prices high.
Yes.
Fish is high here.
Yes.
Now,
Very high, very high.
now I know why people eat meat. You don't eat so much fish because fish prices are
Very
high
Yes.
in comparison. Yeah. So what are your other aspirations of going into business? I mean, what kind of business would you go to? What are you looking at the opportunity to go into? If you were talking to, right now, if you were talking to a person that had the capital to help put you in business, what would you say to that person?
I'll say that I'll take my chance and I'll do the best because I have experience of the business. I have experience in onion business, in fish business. The capital is a problem here.
The capital is a problem.
Yeah, capital is a problem.
Now, when you say experience in fish business, how do you have experience in fish business?
I have done fish business for almost 2 years. Yes, 2 years. I was importing them from, I was taking them from Kilwa, Tanga, even Mwanza.
Okay.
Yes, and bring them here in Arusha.
Okay, so you're just a buyer.
Yes, I was a buyer.
Okay,
Yes.
so fish business to me, I'm gonna raise the fish.
Yes.
Okay, because I had you back there with the little pond in the backyard, someplace raising some fish.
no.
I was just buying
Yeah, I was just buying
You
Yes.
just buying
for
the
cheap
fish.
price, and then I come here to sell for. Yes.
So did you like the fish business? What about the onion business? Was the onion business the same?
Even the onion business was very good. I can say good than fish business because the onion business, I always go to the place where it's called Karatu. Yes, Karatu. There is a place where it's known as Bashnet. Bashnet. Yes. Yes.
Well, there's a place that I went through that had a whole bunch of onions,
Yes.
and they were planting onions. It was not too far from Karatu. I don't remember the name. It was where the Hausers were. It's
So-
not too far from where the Hausers are.
Yes. It's not too far. Yes.
In that area, because they were planting a whole bunch. And I got some onions, but I thought they were onions already grown. They're onions to plant, to grow onions or something.
Yes.
I didn't get any, got little size. I've seen some of the smallest onions since I've been here.
Yes.
We have big ones, but I've seen some real small ones.
Yes.
I never knew an onion was that small.
There's a small onion. Yes.
But onions are expensive.
Yes, expensive, very expensive.
Yeah.
Like garlic.
Now, why? I want to ask you something.
Yes.
Why is your garlic so little?
Maybe it's because of the. I think as a genetic.
I don't know, but it's just a little bitty one.
Maybe it's because of the environment
Where they grow
and the seeds.
Yeah, because garlic, you don't need to really make a seed. All you need to do is take a garlic clove,
Yes.
put it in the ground, and it'll sprout up. Yeah. Yeah, so garlic, I'm wondering why because I eat a lot of garlic.
Yeah, like
So, I mean, your garlic is just so
little.
little, so small. I can't get over how small it is. But it's just really, we don't want any GMOs to make it bigger, but the garlic is kind of small. So you looked at, and when you were in school and you were studying, what was your course of study? I mean, you studied some more about animals. Do you know about animals? Are you familiar with them, or?
Yes, I know a little thing about animals. Not much like agriculture, about farm. Yes, I was based in farming. Yes, crops. Yes, but not I'm not much in cattle.
Oh, so you're not much in cattle.
Yes, not much. But I have some ideas. I have a lot of ideas of them, but not much
But
on farmer. Yes, on farming.
But farming.
Farming is the best. Yes, I understand much farming.
Much more about farming.
Yes.
Okay, well, because that's there. Might be somebody listening that's what they would like to do. Because you do have some land around here that they're looking at, and it would be good land for farming.
Yes.
And that kind of thing like that, to have that connection. Although we need a lot of irrigation around here, we don't have enough irrigation. A lot of the farms are not irrigated to make a big farm, because you have to have the irrigation. Would be good. So what are some of your dreams? What are some of the things you're thinking about? What are some of, we go beyond Calvin's ability. We go beyond Calvin's financial ability. If we go beyond his financial ability, what are some of your dreams and aspirations for your life? What are some of those?
My dream is to, first of all, to overcome this economic crisis.
Overcome what?
Economic crisis, because
the economic crisis.
Yes.
But you know what? It's going to take people to do that. You can't just, one of the things I found is that people are waiting on God. God's waiting on them. So he's waiting on them. So there's no reason economics. When you look at the economic ability of Tanzania is very wealthy. So it just needs people with determination to do something different and not wait on somebody else to develop it. So let's develop something.
Yes.
Let's make something. They have a need for agriculture. They have a need for everything. They have a need for everything. We have a need for manufacturing, because we're buying clothes from used clothes. We got people sewing all over Tanzania, women and men they're sewing. You find them on the machine, just sewing. Tailors and everything. And we have the ability, and we got plumbers, we got electricians, we have all those people, but we don't manufacture. What do we manufacture here?
What we do manufacture.
We got some beer.
Yeah, beer. Yeah, that's beer. I think the other thing is, when it comes to all these job opportunities and all these stuff, I think government has to do something about it. But with us as citizens, there are some things we cannot do that's beyond us, like getting maybe connections from abroad or getting other sets of connection from other places. That's the government work that they should do. But with us,
But see, that's the wrong thing. Let me let you know. Who hired the government?
the people.
Okay, you just answered the question.
But
So I mean, if the government's not doing it, what's wrong?
It's because I would say one thing. You say the government is there because of the people, and that's true. But the thing is, with our government, we have, I think we have a little bit of a problem when it comes to the government and the people. There are certain areas where the government does hit only certain areas to give out opportunities. I would say that, yeah, we are lucky in Arusha. I would say thanks to our regional commissions, thanks to Makonda, because what he has done here is a big thing for us. He has opened a lot of job opportunities for the time that he has been here, only I think 3 months.
Yeah, he's just been here a short time.
Short time, yes. But if the government looked like outside the box and tried and give education maybe to other cities or bring opportunity to other cities, then we would not have this poverty thing. And the other thing is, with us here with our government, people do give jobs to people that they know, like a family thing. At times it does go like a family thing.
Yeah, like nepotism. We call that nepotism.
Yes, that's what we do face here. So it's a big problem. There are people who go to school, some don't go to school. The ones who don't go to school, at times they do get good employment. Compared to the ones who went to school, because they have no education. You might have masters here, but if you have no connection, that your masters is nothing. So I think,
well, see, then that means that you all have some of the same problems that they're talking about in Kenya.
Yes, sure.
Yeah, some of the same kind of problems.
But there's nothing we can do apart from just look for other ways, and that's why you see everybody's going to tourism. Why? Because of one thing. People believe that they might get help there.
But everybody. You got 67 million people.
But if you can support, okay, yes, it's true, you cannot support everybody. But the thing is, okay, maybe if you come to Arusha, okay, this is Arusha, right? Okay, in Arusha, maybe in Sakina, you find one person in Sakina, the elder in Sakina, give him opportunities, then he can spread the opportunities to all the people in the area, maybe to go to certain leaders who lead the what should I say, maybe lead the streets. You know, every state has a leader from the government. If opportunities were taken there, then I don't think other people will be just roaming around jobless and things like that, because these days every kid who doesn't want to go to school, they end up driving a motorcycle, and the motorcycle keeps bringing more and more and more death.
More death.
Yeah, more death. So I think
because you got motorcycles, you got taxis.
Yes.
And that those are the two that people. It's the same way in Costa Rica where I live. We don't have they don't do too much motorcycle taxis.
Yes.
They basically do taxis, and every time somebody's unemployed, if they have a car, they start driving their car as a taxi.
Even our government, you know, if our government reduces a lot of costs that they're using for themselves, would have been a good thing. Maybe I'll give a good example. They might be buying these expensive cars, of which I don't see the use of them buying these expensive cars, because you can just get even a Land Cruiser and cruise around, and it helps a lot. Because if the government is for the people, then you should work for the people. You shouldn't, like, you know, be too much bossy and spend it on buying good cars, good houses and things like that. So everybody who gets in the government right now, in the system, they want to look for themselves first. They want to look into their tummies first, look for their families first before looking at the people.
Well, we can override that. We can override that by our vision. You know, one of the things I found out, if you have it where you can't do something, where you have where you're thinking that it can't be done, then you can't see it if you can't be, you feel like you can't do it.
Yeah, the thing is, at times you feel you can do it, but if you want to have the positive aspect of you saying that, of course, yes, I can do this. It's true you can do it, but the thing is, how can you start doing it?
Oh, well, you can. You just have to go past. You have to hit. I tell people you have to knock on every door. You have to try things.
Here, when you knock into
you don't, you know. And I have found that a lot of times people knock on one door, the door doesn't open, they go back home.
Yeah, and here in Tanzania, I'll say that if you knock a door, you need to knock a door for someone that knows you. And at times you might knock on the door of someone that knows you and still don't get the help.
You know what my thing of it is, Frank?
Yeah.
I'll keep knocking and he'll eventually come out. You'll know me.
The more we keep knocking here, I think they'll run away.
Just keep knocking. Just keep on knocking.
And that's why we don't give up. Every day today, we don't give up.
In fact, even with your government, to keep knocking with them.
And that's why we keep on coming up with new things in our mind, like what can we do, you know, to a point where me and him, we've been thinking that maybe we should just buy chickens and start selling chickens, or maybe we should just open up a place, start selling chips and chicken. What should we do? Should we go to the farm? Or if we are going to the farm, then we need a very big capital. What can we do that it will be our own, as it will be our own bosses, you know? But the thing is, it's very hard to be your own boss if you have no capital.
To tell the truth about it, okay, if you were to develop a farm, to have a farm, first of all, you need property. So if you don't have property, you got
It's
to
another
rent.
thing. Yes, you have to rent a
You
property.
got to rent a property, and it's not usually too expensive. But then you need property that has water on it.
And what is an issue? It depends
and
with the
water
place.
is an issue. Then you need to build something to put them in. If you get chickens, you need to build something to put them in.
Something proper.
And then you need a fence to go around them.
True.
Because you don't want anybody chicken stealers around here.
Yeah, or dogs sneaking in
Or
and
dogs
stealing.
sneaking in there and
Yes.
getting them. And so you have a lot of things to plan out. And then also, it's hard to go into business and you need to eat at the same time.
Yeah, you need to buy power.
Yeah, you got to buy.
You need to
some
buy
food.
power. You need to buy food. You need to buy
Yeah,
power.
you gotta buy some
You need to
food.
buy credit. There's a
Yeah.
lot. And another thing is with us in Tanzania, you know, our system is very different from other systems around the world. I would say East African system is different from other system around the world. How?
No,
Because
it's not that different.
a bit.
You just don't have the money.
Yeah, no, but
It's not different. You
the
don't have
government-
the opportunity.
the government has the money.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing.
And the government is for the people.
That's the thing. The
Because when
government,
we see other
government-
countries,
the
they do have
government-
tax return, right?
huh?
Other countries, they do have tax returns, right? Other countries, they get loans for school loans, job loans, or house
Yeah,
loans,
that's
right?
because we have
Insurances and things like that.
Let me explain something to you. You have to have industries to have that.
We have
Your
mines.
industries sell. You have. I beg your pardon. Say it again.
We have mines like everywhere.
You don't have mines.
The government has mines.
The government don't even have mines. Most of those mines are run by sources outside of Tanzania.
That's true.
That money is going on the boat and the ship and the plane outside of Tanzania.
That's true.
Same way with the money in the Serengeti. It's going outside of Tanzania.
A lot of money is going out of Tanzania.
A lot
because
of
we
money
buy-
is going
we-
outside of
because
Tanzania.
at
I
times-
know a job you need, money carrier.
True.
You need a job carrying the money outside.
Outside. And getting that job will be tough.
You need to have.
Won't
you
be
need-
easy. It won't be easy getting that job.
Yeah, you need a job to go to carry the money.
You need to be from a family where is connected to the government for you to get access to carry those monies away. You know. So.
Yeah, but that's not that's what we have to try to get away from.
True.
And one of the things about it is that it's kind of like you have something, kind of like, okay, let's mention it, kind of like having a bad wife. Okay, you have a bad wife and you say how bad she is and everything, and I have no way out. That's the only wife I can get. So I got to just stick with that bad wife.
Yeah, that's true.
No, you
Gotta-
start looking for.
No, the thing is, if there's no option of you getting another wife, then you have to meet your wife halfway. You have to meet halfway. So just have to be understanding. Meet them halfway. So yes, there's no another option.
Well, let's just say the government's your bad wife.
Whoa.
And, okay.
Then you have to meet it halfway because you cannot go
yeah,
against the government.
yeah, you have to meet halfway.
Yes, just meet halfway and.
But that's what needs to be solved. That's not what needs to be resolved. Is that here in let me tell you something. You have more opportunities here in Africa than I have in the United States. But the way the system has been set up through colonialism, neo-colonialism, and all that kind of stuff, you're stuck in the middle.
True.
And I don't care how much education you got, if you don't have anything to work with, you're stuck in the middle.
True.
So most of the things, like all the big businesses in the United States, I used to work in the banking business, and all the big businesses that make money from your area, your community, they're supposed to put money back into that community. So if you have no businesses in your community, they're not putting money back in your community. So the businesses making money and then putting some of that money back in your community makes you have more. But if you have any businesses that do that, then you have no money in your
Yeah, that's
community.
true. That's true. That's true.
That's just the way it works. And the reason why the business at the market works so well is because I pay you for tomato, and then you take that money I paid you for the tomato, and then you went and bought some onions. And then he took the money I paid him to buy the onions, He went and bought some potatoes.
True.
So the money just moves from one person to the next person to the next person. But if the chain doesn't start, you have no money to pass, then you don't have any income.
Yeah, that's true.
So income is where the money is coming in, circulating, and then going out.
Yeah.
Coming in, circulating, and going out.
Yes.
Okay, so if you have money that is going out, you have no circulation.
That's true. And
So that's what's happening, is that you're having money that's going out, that's not being circulated within Tanzania.
yeah, that's the thing.
And so that's the thing.
It's a problem.
It's not the fact that you don't have any money. You all are wealthy, but you don't have access to your money.
That's true.
So stop thinking you don't have any money. You have money.
We don't have access to
You
our
don't have
money.
access to your money. You understand, Calvin?
And
Yeah, you don't have access to your money. So what you want is access to your money. So let's think about ways we can get access to your money.
Okay, ways of us getting access to this money.
Yeah.
That's where the tough questions come in.
I mean, other than robbing the bank, let me see.
Yeah, you see, I think
We don't want to do that.
Yeah, we don't want to do that. But that's,
or hold up the gold
Yeah,
truck or
'cause-
something like that.
because when you speak about access, access is here down here. When you speak of access, that means we need to have that connection, that pipeline. We need to be there.
Uh-huh.
Apart from that, because most people here in Tanzania, I'll say, they do have good education. People have gone to school. People have access to good things they can do. But the thing is, they have no access to the right connection to that money. They don't have access to that connection to that market. Because most of people here, people come from other countries. They come in here, they invest, they take our money. But the ones that
Well,
were in here,
but you know one thing about it? That's what you call government agreements that
Yes.
the country has
with
made.
these government agreements, I think the government should just look into other things too. Like they shouldn't look into their stomach only. With these agreements, we should benefit too.
Yeah,
Out
so
of it.
you
Few
should
people benefit. No, few people benefit. Maybe I think the government,
people benefit.
because
Okay, why is it a government of a few people?
because
Let's look at it.
these few people are the ones who destroy the system. Like the
Uh-huh.
government, they're the ones that make the government look bad. Because I believe one thing, the government might say that maybe this and this should be done. They believe that the people that they were left with the job to do, they believe they will do the job. But these people who are left with the job to do, they don't do the job.
They don't do the job.
And what they come to say into the media is the wrong thing. So at times we might be blaming the government, but it's not the government has the problem. It's the people within the government that have a problem. Few people within the government. So if one fish is as rotten, then then both fishes will all look rotten. That's the thing. But it's not that all people in the government are bad. No, but few people in the government are making citizens struggle as much as we're struggling right now.
But you know, the thing I try to tell people, and what's happening over in Kenya, okay? The people have to decide they've had enough.
And in Kenya, I think the good thing is they have freedom of speech. I don't think we can do it here.
No,
the moment
well,
you try
I'm
to do it here.
I'm not in. You know, when the end of colonialism, the reason why colonialism went on so long is because we felt like we didn't have the power of speech. Somebody had to make a breakthrough.
Yeah.
And whoever the first person was, the first country that got their freedom, started making a breakthrough. And you believe that there were a lot of people that died in order to be set free, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It takes that, but it takes some kind of sacrifice.
True.
It takes a sacrifice, but if everybody's looking for somebody else to make the sacrifice, but you have to figure out there's no more than about maybe 10,000 people in your government, and maybe 1,000 of them are heads of government. And you got 67 million people.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people.
There's a lot of people. There's a
To
lot
be
of
held by one little, that's kind of like there's something, you know, when you put up a tent or you put up something up and there's just something, one little bitty thing holding that great big structure. You know, I'm trying to think of what it is, what kind of, so you have just a little bitty thing that maybe is holding a structure that's very big. So you got this little bitty thing holding all these people, whether it's United States, whether it's whatever. And believe me, there are problems all over the world.
Yeah, that's true. All over the world,
There's nothing without problems.
That's true, because when I looked into Spain, they do have their own problems. I look into other countries, they do have problems. They do have poverty too.
No place is a perfect country.
That's true.
No place is perfect, but we can make changes. And the first thing we have to do is stop thinking that we can't do anything.
Yeah, that's true.
And that doesn't mean that you have to pick it, but you change your way of thinking. When you start, have you ever seen a rat that if you corner that rat where he really was, if he looks around and sees there's no way out, he goes crazy.
Yeah, true. Just like a lizard, when you chase it, goes to an end, turns back, defends itself, looking for a way out.
Yeah. So I think maybe a lot of times people have not gotten to the end.
Yeah, that's true.
So let's just say Tanzania, they got to the end. I mean, Kenya, they got to the end. A lot of countries are getting to the end. And they're saying, because you know what's happening, before you saw all these things on the internet, you didn't see what the other world had and what you don't have, right?
Yeah, that's true.
But now that that's been opened up to you, you see it.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, and that's why people want to go. You don't want to leave Tanzania because you don't like Tanzania.
No, I just want to leave Tanzania
You
because
love
of
Tanzania.
We do love Tanzania. It's just opportunities. That's why people want to live.
It's just about opportunities. A lot of Americans think, and a lot of people in other countries think, you want to leave your country because of here.
No.
What? This is beautiful weather.
Yeah, it is.
In the United States, it's 100 and something degrees now.
Yeah, here we have beautiful weather. People
you have
are
beautiful
good at socializing.
And you have fruits and things that grow 4 times a year. We need to get together and sit and talk. Because like you say, the fishing business is a good business.
Yes, it's very good.
The onion business is even better.
Yes.
The fishing business would be even a great business if you had a refrigerated truck.
Of course.
Yes. Yeah.
That's true.
If you had a refrigerated truck, it would be a great business.
Yes.
But the onion business, but we have to look into even something even better than that.
Yes.
Crop growing, the opportunities you have.
Yes.
Because you have some places that I would say you might even have some people that would come over here. Like if I was 20 years younger or 30 years younger, because I'm too old. 20 years younger, I would be thinking about farming.
Yes.
And I don't know anything about a farm.
Yes.
And I want somebody that had been educated in farming.
Yes.
You get me?
Yes, I get you.
Because there's a lot of money in farming and agriculture in Tanzania.
Yes, a lot of money.
And no government, nothing else can keep you from making it.
Yes.
Because they got a lot of farming here in Tanzania, farming opportunities in Tanzania.
Yes.
And one thing nice about a chicken is the fact if you keep the chicken produces more chickens. You buy one chicken, they have 5 eggs, you got 5 more chickens.
Yes.
And then if them 5 eggs, and so it just keeps on growing.
Yes.
So and fish, the same way, you can farm fish. Some areas you don't need to farm fish here. You got plenty coming out of the river. Out of the lake.
Yes.
But a lot of places in the United States, they farm tilapia. And they have little ponds and they farm tilapia. And that's they have neighborhood tilapia places you can go to get your fish,
Yes.
okay, because they farm it. But it doesn't taste as good as the one that's coming out of the lake.
Yes, yes.
It's not as good as the one coming out of the lake.
Yeah.
But there's opportunities. And so perhaps if someone's listening,
Yes.
you and Kelvin and you, and I'm looking Kelvin, and you Frank, and you Frank, that maybe you never know.
Yeah, true.
You never know. I'm going to say thank you for coming and talking to me here at this beautiful place. And butter and scotch, I wonder really what that means, really. And then, and then Calvin, thank you for introducing me to Frank, and thank you for coming.
Yes.
We need to talk a lot more.
Yes, and thank
So,
you.
hey, we're going to sign off and tell the people bye.
Yes.
Hey, this is Janetta. We'll talk to you later. Hope you got to understand that some of the things that are needed here in Tanzania, the people, get to know people like Frank and Kelvin. Beautiful people, willing, able to work, willing and able, very smart, intelligent, and have a desire to grow and do things better, to be a success. They want to be successes. So, okay, I'm going to sign off and talk to you later. Hey, I forget all the time that our website, mamaafricaspeaks.org. Okay, we'll look for you. Look for us there. Bye-bye. Woo-hoo. Hey, this is Janetta, and you're watching Africa Speaks.